know, when I was up that mountain, you know, I was talking to God and, you know, asking him for things and, you know, just praying about things for the future and for others that are in my life and people that I'm going to meet down the line. And I want you guys to know that, you know, everything's going to work out. You know, even if it may not be what you may perceive it to, you want it to perceived as to be, but at the end of the day, it's going to work out. And a lot of the times, the things that are going wrong in our lives is because we're not actually listening to God and what he wants for us truly. We're doing it our way. And we got to take that moment to pause and actually listen to him. What does he want for our lives? And, you know, he gave us free will, so we're able to do whatever we want. But not everything is permissible. And that being said, understand what is beneficial to you, because that's really where all the problems lie. You know, I was doing things that out of my own free will that really weren't good for me, and it caused me a lot of issues. And in my eyes, I perceived it as setbacks. But in all those tribulations and trials that I was going through, God was there for me the entire time, helping me and guiding me. And now my life it's something much more than all the things that I did have. I had the power, the glory, you know, all the things that you want in a life. And he has given me something much greater than all those things now, because I listen to him much more than I did ever before, any other time before. And me doing that, like, it was allowing me to see what was going on and how things affected my life on a deeper level, on a spiritual side of things and a physical. And this, you know, it catalyzed a lot of the things that I'm doing now and allowed me to help. It's allowing me to help people, you know. I have more tools in my arsenal because I've been talking to God and letting him guide me the way he wants me to live my life. Because people have always told me I have something great within me, and there have been people that come along that tell me this and they want it to come out of me. And, you know, they're gonna help the way that they think it shall be done. But ultimately, you know, they are just stepping stones, guides that God has put in my life to help me. And I have to come to God first to see what is the truth, what is real, and what is righteous, and then adjust accordingly. And, you know, that being said, do the same thing, you know. All it takes is for you to look within yourself, for you to realize what is not for for your highest good, you know? And if you can't figure that out, talk to God. Because he's the one that sees everything. God sees everything, you know? And he's the one that's going to be there for you when it's all said and done. People come and go, and there is some people that stick with you for a lifetime. But those ones that stick with you for a lifetime, God put them in your life. They're not there for just no reason. So, if he put those people in your life, he's doing everything else. And, yeah, man. Just, you know, take it day by day. You know, don't rush everything. Because this world will make you rush things. And sometimes you end up moving ahead of God. Like my Mimi, she's a pastor, and she told me the one day, the reason why I say that is because I was having some issues that I truly didn't understand, and I wasn't coming to God to talk about it because I felt that Stefan had it. You know, I've gotten so far already with, quote unquote, without his help. But the whole time he was there to begin with. And I didn't realize what was going on. So one day I had talked to her, and she told me, you know, the things that are happening is because you are not necessarily running away from God, because my connection with God was always there, but I was doing things that he wanted me to do ahead of the steps, the prep work that is needed, that is required. I was rushing those. I was rushing the prep work and not allowing things to unfold how they should. And it was causing issues in my life that I didn't understand. And I had to, once she told me that, she hit a switch in my brain. It was like, boing! And like, I realized, like, okay. And so I really had to sit down and talk to God about it, because it was something that was taking my life somewhere that I did not want it to go, because I wasn't listening. I would listen when I wanted to listen. And even though he was still blessing me with all these things, there was still trouble. But now it's different. You know, I'm listening and taking action as well. And I'm doing the prep work that is needed. Now things are flowing in a way that is like never before. And, you know, some things still come up. You know, I maybe get frustrated sometimes. Like, for example, this editing situation. I'm trying to learn how to edit my videos in a cinematic way. But that requires me to study, do research, and, you know, things like that. But I may not have the best quality of equipment. So I have to take a little longer to, you know, get things done. Or, you know, for like, so example, my computer, when I run all my softwares and do everything, I think, because I downloaded a VPN and it gave my computer a virus, whenever I try to plug my charger in while working on my computer, it completely overloads the computer and I can't do anything. So I have to wait. So that's an extra 15 to 30 minutes every day of me working on the videos to stop, let it charge, and then continue again. And it frustrates me, but I'm still getting the job done and I'm doing the prep work. But, you know, I could complain and be like, man, I need a new computer and this is just irritating, I'm gonna give up. But I'm not doing that because I know that it's gonna get done anyway. And, you know, now I can just talk to God and be like, hey, God, I need help with this, or, you know, just give me a new way of viewing these things, because the way I was doing them before in my mind wasn't right. And not to say that you guys are doing things the wrong way, because, you know, things come up that we may not even realize that we're doing. It just needs an adjustment. You know, it needs to just be fixed because of what we were taught and what we were seeing. What we were seeing through the years is what has shaped us. And that's not necessarily the best of things that has shaped us. So we must change those things. And, you know, first and foremost, it stems with God. Talk to God. And like my other video, He's gonna put people in your life. He'll build you up with situations to change your mind and so forth. But I'm gonna end this here. You know, I just want you guys to know that you guys are always loved, and have patience with the things that you're doing. I want to go to Indonesia and some way, somehow change their water system so they don't have to have horrible water quality. And it's such a far-fetched dream of mine, but I know it's possible because look at the world we live in now. All these things were impossible at one point in time, but now they're possible. So I know it's gonna get done. It just requires extra preparation, extra prep work right now until I get to Indonesia. And sometimes the setbacks that I've had, or the things that I have now, setbacks, they feel monumental, but in the greater scheme of things, there are just little small, super tiny little things that won't take me off my course anymore. And I had to realize that, because these setbacks are only things to build me, to cultivate the person that I'm becoming. And once I realized that, all these things that once were so mentally draining in my mind became fuel. It builds me now. It strengthens me so much because I know that I'm getting stronger from these things, and I'm not becoming weak anymore from these things. And you know, one of the interviews that I did, name was Romario Wallace, a good friend of mine. He basically had the same mindset, that he said that the things that come up, he never saw them as, so for my example, I saw them as setbacks at one point in time, but he never saw them as setbacks. They were always he said like an anime character. They were just part of the plot to build him up. And once I started doing those things, just like he said, I had to change it in my mind a lot. Like, it was like a weird feeling. I was like, okay, I'm here now, and my body and my energy wanted to change, to stay stagnant in that way of thinking and feeling. But I had to fight through it to get to a new level inside my mind in order to overcome those things. And it helped. It's changed me. It's grown me. And I'm able to do certain things because of it that maybe I wouldn't have done before if I didn't change my mind. And come to God to help me with these things. So yeah, just take this in, soak it in, and see what you can change within you. I'm seeing all these old homes that look beautiful, regardless of them not being maintained. And it made me reminded me of us, how us as humans were a temple of light. And some things come along the way that make us dim our light. But just because our light has been dimmed does not mean we are not beautiful. Like these homes, they have not been maintained, so their appearance, what we perceive them to be, seems harsh, ugly. It needs work. That is too far gone. There is no repair. Just destroy it and start over. And many times when we perceive someone, when they aren't shining the brightest, that spirit within them, that is the happy state of mind, and being a ball of joy. And sometimes they're going through those things that are rough, and they don't have that strength in them at that moment to shine the super light that they have within them. We are ready to discard them, like these homes. And why is that? Why are we so quick to toss away the things that we cherish? And just like these homes that are so far gone, just like us, we can be repaired. We can be rebuilt. The windows, the walls, the foundation, the ceiling, the roofs, from our toes to our head. And we need to realize that we are here for each other, to uplift, to inspire, and spread joy across the seas and the land. So, just like these homes, let's rebuild each other. Let's do it together and shine bright. And let's live. Let's have fun. Because eventually, you know, these homes will be rebuilt and get knocked down. But who's gonna stay? Us. If we don't try to rebuild ourselves up and fix the things that are dimming our light, what's the point of rebuilding homes if we're not going to rebuild ourselves? We're the ones that are making this earth. And why not have a place filled with love? We do not need to be in a place filled with anger. Alright, so that's the end of this video. My camera ended up dying on me as I was making that video. That's why it stops like that with just my face on it. But you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. You know, I was gonna make the videos that I made at the end to the beginning, but I wanted to have like a nice cinematic video in the beginning and then share my message. And I'm still learning. You know, I have things that I have to work on, but this was my first cinematic video. And, you know, just let me know how I did. You know, like, subscribe, drop those comments, and put on my notifications. And, you know, just give me some feedback on how I did. You guys have a wonderful day. What's up, guys? Alright, so we made it to Bake Oven Knob safely. And you know, so I'm gonna show y'all around. Alright, so first and foremost, let's get to the Bake Oven Knob side. So this is my first time being here, and going up that hill, that was a fun little experience. Let's see, yeah, you could probably see that. Yeah, that was a fun experience. So there's a path down this way, and then the path down this way. We're gonna head down this way, see what that's about, and we'll just go from there. So just take y'all along with the road. See wherever this takes me. Another guy was here. Well, he's here now, so that's cool. Alright, so we're just gonna follow his footsteps. See where that goes. So I got my white gloves. This is cool, you know. I needed to get out the house, you know, explore, get some inspiration. We're up pretty high. I don't know how far this trail is. I didn't do too much research on it, honestly. I've always heard about it, and I was like, man, today's the day. Today is the day that we're doing it, you know? So here we are. feel like Arthur Morgan, man. Red Dead Redemption 2. Beginning mission. When you're in the snow, traveling. That's what I feel like right now. It's cool. You know? This is stuff that we should all definitely do. And, you know, just go out there and explore. I don't know where I'm going, no. I'm really just following these guys' footsteps. God will lead me to wherever I need to be. Got my blanket. For the snow. Got some water. This is great. No, I'm getting some outdoors in my life. No. Got some food. You know. I mean, can't go wrong with these two. I'm not the greatest at this, but I'm learning. So that's all that matters, you know. In due time, I'll be proficient at it. Let's see. All right. So we're almost on the mountain. Almost there. Just gotta climb up this. I just ran into the guy that was here. Cool dude, you know? But we're almost there.
car, and I threw my blanket on because as I was up there, it started getting a little cold. But peep the fur.
All right, so we just walked down the mountain and we're gonna head out. This was fun. Definitely gonna do this again. Probably gonna come here like every other week or so, because now that I've been here, 10 out of 10.